Hello, fire signs. Welcome to your daily focus tarot. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for Thursday. This card, the Five of Wands, in the upright, it's talking about conflict and competition with other people. When it's reversed, it is talking about you avoiding sometimes confrontation or conflict, or possibly, and I think this is more likely, you're having inner conflict. You're not sure about something. There's something that has you questioning what you value or what you want. And I say that because we have the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is talking about being, it's almost to a 10. So it's almost the completion of satisfaction in terms of the material things in your life. You know, she's getting ready to harvest these grapes. This food, this could even be drink if it gets turned into wine. It could be money if she sells them. She's got her own little vineyard here. Could be she's selling her homemade wine, so it could be her career. It can also be relationships, but I'm looking at this more from a financial aspect. And this card, the Seven of Cups, is about possibility. It can also be about unrealistic wishful thinking. And I always read this particular Seven of Cups as being about greed. Like with the Five of Wands, it could be that you're not being honest with yourself about what it is exactly that you want in terms of your career, in terms of your house, or in terms of like financial stability. Maybe you're not being entirely honest. You're avoiding looking at it, and you're avoiding any conflict that it might bring to your life in terms of like if you live with a partner or you share an account with them. So this is a real, it's a real problem. You don't really want the Five of Wands upright, but you also don't want to be hiding yourself and avoiding dealing with things that need to be dealt with. That's not very healthy. The other card for your focus is the Fool, which is the new beginning. It's the new start. It's the key that opens the door, taking that leap of faith in order to get a new path. And the clarifiers for the Fool, Page of Swords and Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is about taking a new path. It's about finding that path, expanding on it, and growing on it, right? Whereas Page of Swords, so you need to focus on taking that leap, taking that new step towards your growth. Page of Swords, she is all about knowledge. She can be about stalkers sometimes, but more often she's about knowledge. She's a student, but this Page of Swords, for whatever reason, she's refusing to acknowledge this sword, this thought, this balance in thinking. She's refusing to look at this new knowledge. And that's why she's hesitating. That's what's keeping you from this new path. That's what's keeping you in conflict with yourself and keeping you from living in your values and your alignment. I also sometimes often read this card as greed, which is not healthy because that ultimately doesn't lead to satisfaction. It'll ultimately lead to downfall. Not because I'm biblical or anything, but because like you can overspend, you can overgamble, and then you wind up, in debt, and they garnish your wages, or they take your house or your car. The repo man comes. So that's not good. It's not good to avoid looking at whatever this is and dealing with it. It's, even though this is your internal conflict and your internal avoidance, what you avoid now is just going to keep coming back up, and it'll keep coming back up, and it'll keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger until you deal with it. So it's better to look at this knowledge, or if you need to gain some knowledge, like you need to get some information, some financial counseling or something like that, don't be afraid to do it. There are billions of people who have done it, especially with the pandemic. So don't be afraid to look at that, to look at these thoughts, to examine them, to get knowledge, to get help if you need it. And it goes without saying, get help from the right people. Okay, get help from people who are certified in whatever it is you need help in. And then take this leap, take this new step, focus on the new step, focus on the path forward. And I just noticed something. I've been working with this deck for a while, but I just noticed it. Look at how this card, the gold around the doorway, it almost has little ears at the top. This one is kind of the same. I just noticed that they're almost kind of like cat ears or dog ears, or very tiny, I don't know, like hamster or gerbil ears, maybe even little Batman ears, who knows. But I just thought I would mention it, So don't be afraid to find your path. Find a new path. Take that leap, okay? Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, and I believe in you.